Hello and welcome. This is Tea Time, where we either bring you the biggest entertainment stories or in-depth interviews with interesting people in the glitzy world of showbiz. I'm Tokumbo Taiwo, and I'm here with the regulars, Elsie Godwin and Ife Oshunkeye. Hi guys.
What's up?
Okay, so I think we're starting first with Will Smith. I don't know if you guys saw the video, him twerking, and apparently there's some kind of question mark to do with his sexuality based on that twerk video. So I don't know, Elsie, what say you regarding I mean, did you even think the twerk was good enough, let alone...
That is not even a twerk.
Exactly.
Like, if he had done something close to what Bobrisky would do, then maybe I want to question
yeah. Because I saw it too, and I was like, this isn't anything close to anything that is really good.
Besides,
so
right
I'm like...
from the Fresh Prince, we all knew Will Smith was goofy. So I just think this is Will Smith goofing around, and it's nothing to question
his sexuality. Because they really talked about it. I was like, seriously, guys. It had like 10 million views on his Instagram page, and then they've taken it all the way to Twitter, and they've been questioning not just his sexuality, but the one of his son as well. I'm like, okay, people.
Yeah, but
we understand
the son, and his son has even called the guy his lover before, so yeah. Tyler, the creator.
And maybe that is why people are trying to get into his life and link this to...
They were linking it. Yeah, he's not even trying. They were linking it,
Well,
so...
This does not look...
It doesn't look like it. Exactly. Anyway. All right, so moving on to something else.
We're still connected to Will Smith anyway. Okay. Jada Pinkett's Red Table Talk has gotten 20 more episodes on Facebook Watch, so it has been extended, and they said the one that had Jordan Woods on it had about 7.5 million views in less than 24 hours.
Yeah, that was expected.
I was like, wow, in less than 24 hours, 7.5 million views. So,
I mean, even if Facebook didn't have it in mind to extend, that episode
alone
is enough to say, okay, we're doing this another.
But to be fair though, the Red Table Talk has actually brought a lot of stuff to the limelight, from when they started, from the time when they started exposing their own personal secrets, their own marriage secrets, to the point where it was a complete build-up.
The show has been
it's been successful. It's been successful so far, so I think, like you said, deserves to be extended.
All right, I think it's time to move on. As we mentioned earlier, it's not business as usual today. We do have a studio guest. She's a princess, she's an actress, she's the CEO of a media company. She's not just a social media enthusiast, but a digital marketer and a brand influencer as well. And she's so good at what she does. She was the winner of the most influential influencer in Nigeria for the year 2018. And with over 90,000 followers each on both Twitter and Instagram, ladies and gentlemen, I present Ifeoluwa Adegoke, popularly known as Ife Love.
Thank you.
Ife, you don't know your son or you don't know what you do.
No, Ife, he's always going to use the name as the...
You don't know what you do.
Anyway, good to have you on the show.
Are you a digital marketer?
If your name is Ife, Abi?
Yeah,
my name is Ife, right?
And her son is Adegoke.
Do not be swayed.
I'm Ife Adegoke.
Thank you,
I'm Ife Oshunkeye Adegoke. I'm taking your last name.
There's something in there that Ife is referring to. I don't know, maybe he wants to take your ring. I don't know what his...
Oh.
Would you give me a ring?
In India.
I like that.
My son.
Okay, so...
All right, so let's start with you. And one of the things that I saw about you, one of the things that made like... one of the biggest headlines, I think, last year was when you had an incident with SARS. So I wanted to start with that before we even talk about it in great detail. Because apparently one of the things that you did was, draw attention to the corrupt official in question. So take us through that incident. What happened? What led you to making that decision to actually, bring it to the limelight?
Okay, what actually happened that day was we were going for a shoot. That was my first time shooting with Oluwadolas. So they came to pick me up in Surulere. We went to Ikorodu to shoot. And on our way going to the location, he had to pick a friend of his in Ikorodu as well. So we got there, he picked the guy. As we were leaving that street, like we're trying to link the main road back, then these guys came in this small bus. Like they crossed us. I was even scared because I thought we were about to be robbed. So they came down. Then I saw FSAS behind them. So I was like, okay, what's going on? And they came with guns, like 4 men. They came with guns. They were shouting, "You guys should come down with that car." This, that, like the whole noise was just too much. Like, what's going on? I was scared. They were pointing the gun at us. Like, what have we done? So we came down with the car. They said we should join the bus. They had one of them joined the other guy driving. So then when in the bus, I was like, what's wrong? Like, what have we done? Why would you ask us to come? And they said, no, we have to go back, that we are robbers, we are cultists, we are this, we are that. Like, that was my first experience. I was scared, and I was angry at the same time. Like, you just don't stop people on the road and just say they are cultists. Just anybody, exactly. Okay, so has there been any problem in this street, like before we got there or something? You know, things might have happened and they needed people to arrest. So I was like, okay, they said, no, but you are cultists, you are robbers. And that small bus, you know those small buses they used to pack tomatoes from? I don't know, the bus was so small, and I was at the back. And you know, we were 3 there, 3 other SARS guys, and I was just like, I need space, I need air. I was feeling nauseated. I told one of them that they need to pull off, like, I need to calm down, that this heat is too much. The guy was like, he will slap me into coma.
Wow.
Okay, you guys are messing with the wrong person.
Exactly, it's like they had no idea who you were.
No idea. So I said, no problem. They took us to the station. They were there. We got there. We saw some other guys, shirtless guys on the floor. They were seated there. And the guys were like, okay, so if we don't cooperate, we'll have to join these guys. Like, they took us to the station. They didn't take us through the normal procedure. You know, when you go to the station, there's a place you drop your phone, you do this, you fill a form before you go to see whoever you want to see. But they took us behind the main building. So behind that main building, there was one uncompleted building. That was where we saw the guys, the shirtless guys. They were like 10. So the guy was like, one of the SAS guys were like, oh, see, if you don't cooperate, you're still going to join these guys. So you just have to cooperate with whatever we are saying. Okay, what are you saying? You said we are cultists. They collected phone from everybody. They checked through the phone. They didn't find anything. So then allow us go. They said we can't go like that. That we had to pay them 100,000. Wow. For what now? For being a Nigerian or for just going about doing our business? Like, I was frustrated. They delayed us to like 3 hours because I told them that we are not paying 100,000 for what? Then at the end of the day, the guys, Oluwadolas that I went to, it was like, okay, let's just give them 10K. I said, we're not even paying them anything. All right,
you know what, we're running out of time. So, sorry to cut in, you know, but can you like get to the
summary?
Yeah, it's summary, yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the day, I just said, okay, I would make the payment. I took my phone, I asked them for their account number. I told them we don't have cash. And as God will have it, they didn't get it. They said, okay, one of them just released his account number. And even the other ones wanted to fight him. And it was like he has ATM that he could withdraw, you understand? So I took the account number, I transferred the money. When they saw the alert, they allowed us go. And after the old shoots, while I was going over, that was when I just put it online, tagged Yomi Shogunle and Nigerian police, this, that. And you know,
from
you
there,
can't overemphasize the power of media.
All right,
so
let's quickly go on a break. Hopefully we'll talk more about it or summarize, and then that will be right after this break. But when we return, we'll continue the conversation with actress and brand influencer Ife Love. We'll be right back. You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can't live here.
My real names are Akbofiofobo, Akborobomemere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom, you know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you have a younger brother. Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere. It feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa. If you're just joining us on the program, we're chatting to actress and brand influencer Ife Love. You're telling us a wonderful story before the break, and I think Elsie has a question.
Yeah,
to
you know,
ask.
before this incident, you were one of the influencers on social media trying to push the NSAS reform.
Yes.
So is it the reform or the NSAS? Both parts,
NSAS,
right?
yeah.
And after you had this experience, what did it do to you? Because it's different being on social media and saying this needs to end without having to experience it. But when you experienced it, what did it change in you?
Yeah, when I actually had that experience, that really made me determined. Like, I was so determined that these people really actually need to go. At some point where I was supporting the NSAS campaign, we know we have some bad guys and only these SARS people can take care of that. But then when I saw that what they do is
Harass others.
Yeah, the way they harass people, it's more than what they're asked to do, like their own job description. Like what they do on a daily basis is now harassing people. They don't even face their own line of work anymore. So then, when I had this incident, I had the opportunity to meet with the... I didn't meet with Yomi Shogole, yeah, but the AIG.
Okay.
Yeah, the one in Zone 2 in Lagos. I had the opportunity to meet with him. Then there was one other police officer with us, I think the ACCID. While the ACCID was complaining, because I was actually angry and I was speaking bitterly. Even he had to take up the case because he said the case was from the IG. You know, it's media, so they want to try to like limit the damage, you understand? So then I had the opportunity to speak with him and I was like, sir, this is one of the reasons why this SARS thing needs to go. Like, we really need to end this SARS.
But do you think it's over?
Yeah, but I think it's better. Like,
I don't know if you saw the video that emerged 2 days ago about the police officer that was saying that Yahoo boys or fraudsters that do not want to give them money, they will keep arresting them.
Yeah, I saw that, and it's really sad that that is going on in this country. It's very, very sad. But I think it was better because the man was actually angry too. Like the way he was talking to other police, they had to hold a meeting, which I was there, and the way he took the case, I think one of those guys has been sacked.
Exactly. I was going to ask you about that because they sacked him at the end of it. But did you feel any kind of justification knowing that he was sacked at the end of the day?
Okay, not really.
Did you feel bad about it?
I actually didn't feel bad because if you were there, if you saw the way they pointed the gun at us, like they were going to shoot, all because of how much, I didn't actually feel bad because I saw him before he was being sacked. I was at the Zone 2 office. He came and he was even trying to reach out to me like I should help him back that he's been working for 30 years, just 2 years. He has 7 kids. I said, you have 7 kids and you're still doing like
Wanted
this.
to kill another person's child.
Of course.
But do you think one person should have taken the brunt of all of them because
that is the problem.
Okay.
That is where I'm not really fine with. Because
you're not satisfied
I'm
that
not satisfied.
all of them should have been really.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because they had to. It's like they putting it on that man because he was the one who released his account number.
Yes. Okay, so they ganged up on him.
All right, let's talk about you as a brand influencer,
comedian,
and actress. You know, how did all this start for you?
Oh, okay, I don't know. It's just that acting has been my thing, though, from forever. But then, doing it for a whole lot of people started last year. Yeah, so even brand influencing started like a few years ago. I think 2 years ago. So it's been stressful. Like when you think about doing something with digital marketing, when you're like doing an extra thing, if it's not in line with digital marketing, it's always very stressful. But then because you actually need to put more into it, you put more time, like dedicate more hard work, because if a brand comes to you this time around and you actually didn't deliver well, they won't come next time. So you have to just give it all it takes. And acting too takes time. There are sometimes you would have to act and you will be at location for 2-3 days. You have to stay there overnight, even when you didn't plan sleeping there. So, but then because it's what I love to do. So
how do you combine the two together? Because like you say, each one in its own right is actually very demanding. Not to talk about adding two things that are both demanding. How do you combine the two together?
And that's what I said. It's because it's one thing I love doing. So both just, I just take both like a way of life, like I'm living. So that's.
You see, the reason why I keep asking is that, you know, I can't see you acting and then doing your digital media influencing, you know, at the same time. So how do you like work out the hours?
Yeah, I don't. It's not possible you do it simultaneously. But then you can't be on set for forever. Okay. Like you have.
So any little space you have,
I'm always in my phone.
Oh,
so when you know me, you know that I'm always either on my phone or my laptop if I'm not acting.
Okay. So, do you not think that's antisocial to the other people that are present?
I know it depends. Okay, if it's a social gathering, yeah, I would would relate. But then even while we're doing all those stuff, I'm very playful when I'm comfortable with you. So I like to meet new people. I like to talk, and at the same time I do my work.
Okay. So let's talk about your skits. The ones you do with Oluwa Dollars, and I think you do some yourself, right? Who comes up with the ideas?
Okay, the one with Oluwa Dollars comes. He comes up with the ideas. He's very creative, so comes up with the script. And sometimes we might just be there to do something else, and real life scenario, something will just happen, and we all will be like, let's.
Because I was going to ask that.
Let's do this skit.
I was going to say, do you guys have like a written script that you follow line for line, like to tell you this is what you should say and all of that? Rehearsals before?
No, not really.
So it's all natural, it just flows?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah. All right, so Elsie?
Okay, I mean, I see her more as an influencer than an actress. So, you know. So I wanted to get your take on...
your space, right?
I wanted to get your space. I wanted to get your take on digital marketing, the market itself right now. People are saying it's getting to a point where it will come to an end, while even the foreigners that you say you got this from are saying they are at their peak right now. And we know we've not scratched the surface, but we're saying it's dying at the same time. What's your take on that industry?
Okay, I think digital marketing has come to stay, because the world is actually going digital everywhere. Even when you have brands that Baba Ijebu is on social media, there are several brands that you never thought of being on social media. So digital marketing has come to stay. Like look at there was one thing before I resigned my job. There was one time we went to NIBS, and all we did for them is like put everything in their archive, like every document they have, every hard copies, to make them soft copies. Like every organizations are trying to do this, even NNPC. So digital marketing has come to stay.
Okay, so I probably used the wrong word. I think I was going to be very direct and place it on influencer marketing.
Okay, influencer marketing.
So do you think it is dying or it is just starting?
Oh, okay. In Nigeria, influencer marketing is just starting.
Okay.
Like influencer marketing, we've actually not explored to an extent. I think it's just starting, in my own opinion.
Right.
So would you like to move a bit higher from being a brand influencer to a brand ambassador?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, so you'd rather be a brand ambassador than an influencer?
Being a brand ambassador doesn't stop you from being an influencer.
Yeah, because I still don't get it, because I think the whole idea of having a brand ambassador is to influence people to that brand,
being
right?
a brand ambassador.
So I want to get the difference from...
The difference... Okay, maybe you should do the answer.
Yeah, you do the answer.
Like being a brand ambassador, you're actually influencing your own audience to actually buy the brand or to fall in love with the brand. You understand? So being a brand ambassador, you're actually still influencing. So I don't really see
that's what I said. Like, so what's the difference?
Okay,
Why?
Basically the difference is the exclusivity.
Money.
The exclusivity and the money.
Oh, okay.
And the money.
So if I'm influencing this phone, for example, I'm not going to get on any other job that has to do with this phone. But the money has to be times 3 or 4 because it is exclusive.
Okay.
That's the difference.
If you're a brand ambassador, exactly.
But you can still influence for any other product that is not in that space.
So even if you are influencing the brand, you can't still do something. Some brands, you can't still do something for other competitive brands.
Brand,
But it's just for a
It
period
depends
of
if
time.
it's not spelled out.
If it's not spelled, but it's still for a period of time.
Yeah.
But for brand ambassador, for the time your contract is still on, you can't even. You must not be caught using, not even influencing, using other competitive brand products.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you talked about digital marketing, you know, and the benefits and stuff. So I want to clarify what your take on, you know, other traditional means of marketing. Do you think that's dying down since there's an emergence and rise in digital marketing? Do you think the other traditional means are dying down?
Not really, but I think digital marketing makes marketing easier. Like it make it easier. Like we don't have everybody on social media. We still have all these women on street. We still have all these kids, all our old people on street that don't know what Twitter is. There was a time my dad called me, what is this Twitter that everybody is always talking about? I don't want him to come on Twitter. I was like, you don't need it. I'm not sure it's something you would like to come on, you understand? So there's still a lot of people that don't know what Twitter is.
But do you think there's coming a time when it will actually completely die down? Because like we say, you know, the world is evolving, the world is becoming a global village, and people are getting more and more aware. So if all these people finally come onto social media, do you think that old methods will eventually die down?
Yeah, I think with time, but for now it's still very, very active.
Okay. All right, that's
So
it. Unfortunately, we're out of time.
Sadly.
Yes. So that's precisely where we're going to wrap up this afternoon. We're back on Monday, though, with a brand new episode of the program. Until then, a big thank you to my co-anchors, Ife, Elsie, the entire production team as well, and of course, our studio guest, actress and brand influencer, Ife Love. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
It's been like it's been like we've had you for only 3 minutes. I wish we had more time. I am Tokumbo Taiwo saying thanks for watching, and from all of us here, have yourself a lovely evening.